You know, Casio are the big players in the Databank Watch series, and with me today I'm here to show this particular Casio DB-580 featuring module 1425. This watch is well over 20 years old. It has electroluminescence, and today we're going to have a look at briefly some of the features, some of the styling, and we're also going to do a comparison with some other watches that I've got here as well. So, metal bracelet, as you can see, very simple in styling. It's got the silver resin case, and it also does have that wonderful digital watch retro charm that we all know and love. Now, this particular watch was released in the late 1990s, I think 1997 or 1998. I can't be sure, taking a guess. If you do know, or you have more information, please feel free to enlighten me in the comments section. But it is certainly from the late 90s, that's for sure. Let's look at that case back for a moment. And as you can see there, Casio, there's your module number, the model number, and made in Korea. Now I've got two more Databank watches here that we're going to do a visual comparison between. These are also very similar but different models, so we're going to get to that shortly. But let's put it on the wrist and see how it fits. Beautiful, fits nice. It's fairly small, but it fits very nice, quite comfortable and quite legible. That's it there on my wrist, which is 7.5 inches. Now let's go do a bit of a deep dive into the functionality, or a shallow dive should I say. Let's have a little look at some of the functions on this vintage Casio Databank watch. So it does have a lot of different modes. If we push the mode button there, we're going to go straight into the tele memo mode, where you can put in your telephone numbers. The schedule mode after that, up to 50 entries. Then we're going to go into the world time mode, and here, as you can see, I'm cycling for the different cities, and it advances or decreases by 1 hour to adjust for world times. So let's go back there again. World time alarm mode. This is where you can set your alarms and your beeps on and off. And if we go back, it takes us back to the main menu, so we've got to quickly cycle through the modes again. Back to alarm mode. Now we've got countdown timer there. It's handy. Stopwatch mode. So this is where you can use the front buttons to start and stop and reset. Easy. So start, stop, and reset. Easily done. Okay, and I think that is all the modes. Let's go back through the list again. Alarm, countdown timer, stopwatch, and back to the home time screen, where we can see the date on in the middle. We've got the day of the week and the time below. So basically that's the functionality there. You can see it's got the plastic resin case. It does have a light. This battery is low, so the light's not actually working, but I can show you what it actually looks like. I do have a photo that I'll show you shortly. So the bracelet is your standard Casio steel bracelet with the folded clipped style bracelet. In terms of sizing, let's have a look at the measurements. You've got 34.8 millimeters in the diameter, and the height comes in at, I believe it's 39.4 millimeters there, and the thickness or the depth of the watch is 9.5 millimeters. There we go. That's the measurements and the size for your information. Now, what I would like to do now is just do a visual comparison between these two watches, these other two Databank watches. They are also Casio, and you can see they are in fact quite different. Now, this one here is the DB-520. So we've got the DB-580 on the left and the DB-520 on the right. You can see the differences. The one on the right has more of a square styling to it, a different bracelet, and it is an older watch. And the one on the right, and the one on the left is the one we're looking at today, which is the DB-580. So 50 entries for your databank mode, and you can see the bracelet on the 520 is a lot more simple. It's got the straight lines, the straight horizontal lines, and the one on the right has a different style bracelet. So it's interesting. They were all very similar. I think back in the 90s and the early 2000s, they were very similar in styling and functionality. So if we move that across, let's bring in another contender. This one is the DB-810. I wrote it there so I wouldn't forget. The DB-810. And this one does have an EL backlight as well. So that again is from the late 90s. Slightly different style again, but very interesting. If we can zoom in there, you can see that even the layout is very similar, with a minimal level of water resistance. So guys, they're the three watches. It's the little comparison for you to have a look at. You can see they were all similar. People have their preferences. I do mine. I prefer the center watch there. I think it's got a bit more of a retro style, the one in the middle there. But I love all Casio watches, and I think these are useful. You can see there are a few other Databank video reviews on my channel. We go into different details. But I enjoy this watch. I think it's good. It's useful. It's got a battery life of about 3 years, I believe. This particular watch I've had for quite a while, and the battery lasted about 2.5 to 3 years, which is expected. It's okay. It's an acceptable level of life from one of these. Now I would like to show you what the backlight looks like, even though the battery is low on this particular one. I do have a photo here, and you can see that it has that nice blue electroluminescence. There we go, you can see it now. Nice and smooth and even light across the entire screen. So let's summarize with the features. We've got 50 schedule entries. We have the EL backlight, the alarm mode. We've got the countdown timer, which is always useful. The world time zones. They can be adjusted if you're traveling. Stopwatch mode, and it does have a minimal amount of water resistance. So that is the summary of the features on this Casio Databank Watch, the DB-580. If you'd like to see a full review of some of the other watches that featured in this video, there's a link there on your screen now. You can go ahead and click that and continue watching some more Casio video reviews. That's all for today, guys. Thank you, have a good day, and bye for now.